Hello guys, Joseph here. So I'm going to be showing you guys a smart contract that I'm going to be writing today. It's going to be a yield farming system. So the idea behind this contract is simple. You will stake your token. When you stake this token over time, your reward is going to be calculated, and when your reward is calculated, it will be withdrawn or sent to your wallet address, right? So we're going to be calling this reward in majorly two places. The first place is when the user staked a token, and the first place when the user staked a token, and the second place is when the user makes a withdrawal. We're also going to be calling it in the function where the owner changes the reward rate per second as well. Don't worry, you get to understand this, but I want you to just understand the whole idea behind what we are going to be building here. So initially we'll have some helpers to help us with this contract, right? We'll have the entrance guard, we'll have Onebu, we'll have the ERC20 token, the ERC20 token library from Open Zeppelin, right? And the contract is going to accept, or the contract is going to become all of these helpers. We'll be using the is keyword there. So let's start by firstly in getting our pragma on ground. So we'll say pragma. So I'm going to be using a version 0.8.18, and I'm going to be calling my contract yield farm. This is going to be this contract. This idea is going to test your. It's going to basically test your ability to handle interfaces. No, we're not going to be using interface in this. We're going to test your ability to handle complex calculations. I get what I'm saying. Complex calculations, and how to handle decimals, and also how to calculate rewards. But this is basically a DeFi system, a decentralized finance system. So we're going to be importing the first one. I'm going to be importing Onebu first from Open Zeppelin, right? Onebu. This is Onebu. The next one I'm going to be importing is the re-entrancy guard. I'm going to be importing the re-entrancy guard. We're going to be importing the ERC20. Which other one again are we going to be needing? Let's work with this. Anyone that we need next, we're going to be importing it as we go. So we can say we'll start with Onebu. We say is Onebu. The next one is re-entrancy guard. The next one is ERC20. This is the token we are going to be using. ERC20. Let me see if there's an error. Okay. Said. Let me see. Expected. Let me put a comma here. Maybe they want me to add a comma. Okay, yeah. I believe they want me to add a comma. So yes, that is our comma. Now we need to add constructors. We need to initialize all of this with constructors. So we'll get our first constructor. I believe you know what a constructor is. A constructor is basically the first thing that the contract calls you get first when it's being deployed. So we're going to be starting with Onable. Onable will need us rather to initialize the person who is calling this contract as the owner of the contract. The second one we're going to be needing is ERC 20. ERC 20, we're going to be initializing it as well. To, I think, let me see what the I think it's, is it? I want to be very sure of what we are doing here. Expected to, okay, that means we don't need this thing. Expected to. So this is going to have, I think, the coin that we are about to launch. Okay, let's call our coin Joseph Token, because that's my name. So I can say Joseph Token, and the symbol will be JPT. Let's say it's JPT. And the next one is, I think that's all. The entrance guard has its own. So when we first open this token, I want us to mint 10,000 of these coins. You know how crypto works now. You can just mint it from thin air. So we're going to be minting it to this contract. We're going to be giving this contract 10,000 tokens. So we say 10,000 multiplied by, or can just say 10. Okay, yeah, let me say 10,000 multiplied by 10 E18, or you can just say dash decimals. I think there's something like, let me see if it's gonna work. Let me see if it's gonna be an error. Is it error? Okay, it worked. So yeah, what next? So yeah, now that we are done with the let us declare some state variables. Let's declare some state variables. So the first one we're going to be, let's have the state variable to track the total staked for everybody. This is total staked. So we're going to be using this variable to track everything that's going to be happening here. But let us use safe math. Let's use safe math. Let's using safe math for unit 256. What this line is saying is that we are going to be, all our calculations here are going to be using safe math. What I mean by, you know what safe math is, basically just means that we're not going to be having decimals that are going to spoil our code. Right, so we have in 256 total staked. Then we are going to be mapping a user. We're going to be mapping a user to the amount the staked. So say you in 256, you can call this balance of user, and we can say how many mappings are we going to be needing. We're going to be saying I'm also going to be updating, having the last updates. Remember this. Okay, now what I want to do now, this particular one I want to do, I want to be updating the time. I want to be updating the time this user makes interact with the system. It's going to be, we're going to be having we're going to be having a state. I get what I'm saying. We're going to be having a state where anytime we interact with withdraw or stake, we're going to be updating this. So let's say in 256. So we're going to be calling last update time off. Let's say state. Let's call this state balance off. Let's call it off. Get. So now we're going to just write some events. The first event we are going to be writing is event of let's say withdrawn. Let's say withdrawn, and it's going to be address, indexed, and the price you withdrew. Let's say 256 amount. Let's say let's call one staked. Let's call on that one reward paid. Let me see, what is this? Not beating you, not try do me pity. And you pity, not pity me, nothing like pity. Now, let's have a modifier function. Now, this modifier function is going to be, we're going to be calling this function before a stake happens or before a withdrawal happens. Right? So, before the user calls a stake, function, I'm going to calculate all the money that the user has before now. Then I'm going to withdraw the money and send the token, not money per se. Withdraw the token and send the token to his address. You get the point. Then, if the user calls the withdraw function, I'm going to also update the reward that he has already. So I'll call this modifier end reward. This is going to be, so end reward is going to have the address of the. You are confusing me, not here, press. I'm press now. So I'm going to firstly check if the user has now say if the user staked see this one. If the stake balance of the user is greater than 0, then we are going to enter this function. If is let me put this here because I don't have an error. If the user no, I don't think I'll call this end. Let me call this update because this one is updating it.
What is AI?
Don't they confuse me?
Updates. Reward.
Make I see that. Someone send me a message.
No, wait. I'm going to be checking. Sorry. I'm going to be checking if the account is not.
But I don't click on join. Okay, don't come.
No. We are going to call a function here. Let's have a function up here. Let's have a function called end.
Start the link. Where is the link? Send me on my WhatsApp.
I don't think that WhatsApp page. Don't send me on my phone. You have my phone number.
Which I don't have the number saved.
45.
You know they saved, man.
Guy,
you just did me talk.
I say my real phone day off, day down.
Well, like today. Like to go there with you all through the night.
Yeah,
you have call your phone.
You will go back on top.
Call out.
2, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I go use that born you. Call out.
Okay.
And then we get to let me bring up the number.
Check the group, you will see how the group.
Alright, I will just come.
Go to buy it, I don't know.
No, I'm
Buy
not
it.
need no.
This day.
I don't need.
Let's see million naira.
I was for my money. No, it's good.
Apa ini tak ada yang Sony na? Sony ada tu.
The elements, I need to go buy the elements.
I don't send you every message on WhatsApp. Send me it. I need to be going now. Yes. This guy with that, they don't look coming from here. Yeah, I'm division speaker, I'm going to call him. On our public speaker, they shoot on the guy. You see all those snipers they watch for movies. Like they
The guy na foreign na for Nigeria the speaker.
go to Nigeria, for US.
So rest in peace.
Go see that sniper shot guy.
How do you see it?
The video there now. This thing now, they do. It was live now. It was live. They shot him in the neck.
So like this now, we don't be there. What's your color? They don't do Call of Duty.
I tell you, guy, that shot was fire. Bro.
So come be like.
Ask him.
I know.
Yeah, this good. This is marketing.
I was not there. Look like this. You see me for WhatsApp.
Apa, check the price now. Since both are increased.
Yeah. Don't say it's going down again.
No, it's better for you.
For you now.
It's better.
For you, it's better. Because it's something now.
So,
Get up.
like max. It's max, and I need all of it.
Deducted.
Coming down.
I need to get the current time so you can see.
They do get problem with that. They're not sure. $6. $9 like 9 point something.
Might be what you have.
More than 20. The amount where I sent from
So we can see
How much you said you have?
from OP, like starting from OP.
lock
16,000.
No, 9 for that. That was 9 point something. Not 500.
subtract. This subtract that we are using here is because of the
97. 10,640.
it's because of the safe maths. So let's continue.
So that I will collect. Why I called them in the first place? Jesus.
But it's been that time when I buy that, this one now will be the
More than look now. I see they lucky now. And that person way. But they go buy tomorrow, but they do how I wish. Oh wow. See I $10 drop to $6 front in my front. That's what
But $10 you buy now.
that is, it was $10 now from OP. You don't enter the do okay right now, you don't know this. Like almost 3 point something dollars went up. And that's the reward. I'm actually too. I
That's
don't
my
do
commission.
Call of Duty now for you.
That's my commission. You cash out.
Okay, I will try to do this one will go to
We haven't done this reward rate per token, so we're going to be doing it at the top. It's going to let's do it here.
Yes.
This UN250 is going to be our reward rate per token. Reward rate per token, and this is going to give us 0.1. But let me just put it in comment here so that you're going to say you want me on 0.1 divided by 365 days. We're going to need it per year. This is our annual percentage yield. 365 days times 24 hours times 60 times 60. After everything, we're going to multiply this whole thing by 10E18. That's going to give us, where's the value? Let me multiply it.
remove me.
This car, I love that.
They will get me for them.
So we're going to be multiplying. We're going to be having 56. We're going to say result is equal to times dot multiplied by
I won't forget you what I do.
you do it in 2 days' time. You will cash out.
That's what they do. Not today is start now.
reward rate per token.
So there is no money. tomorrow and next, I'll come out.
Everything.
Come out everything.
I'm praying, yes. I'm praying, yes. I'm praying, yes. At least nobody is ready. Pray to, see, we have to say, the thing will take you.
After I get more game.
Listen, the person will say you did greedy, and that person will say you know the patient. You did greedy, you will say you did patient. No, if you know the patient, you say, if you know this, just say they rush. But if you did patient, you say you did greedy. But person who did patient, most times, they get better money. While other times, you owe money, they disappear. Or person who they rush, they just collect more.
At least, you know that I'm going.
No, you're all there, okay. You know, you collect an spirit. You be like, no, I don't know, I relax.
Hello? Yes.
I'm going to.
You know, you go like three.
So now when I call this,
I get BG class, just be coming. I'll still be going now. I will see they come up for school now. If not 3, I don't go.
when I call this function,
Oh yeah, where are you now?
this particular function,
I've not printed those stuff out. But let's
basically
I'll print them
returning
on the other side.
a value for our modifier. So let's go into our modifier.
Oh, no, obviously.
So we can say uint 256 user Now we check if the reward is not 0. Mint a token and send it to them. So we check if user reward is greater than 0. Call the mint function. Account. So let's call the function. Let's function state.
I'll move on my team of you.
From this Bible
And now, like I've bought, want to add top.
you bought another one again.
I bought before, so this is nice.
And never bought it.
We have a non-reentrant and we have the reward message that sender.
The number you called It's not
So
my glue number. What you call it?
we checks effects
The one you have called is either the glue number or
interactions
the common one
for the
for SMS, normal calls,
checks.
one is 08 081
To require
3 yes 06
greater than 0.
95
0.
you can contact and say you call me so I can say whatever you call me and take it out the data I can reach you because I was trying to reach you. Oh yes
Check.
so you should die what?
This is my answer and
It's finished tomorrow.
this is also prepared that I don't want to call that.
Yeah, I know that one.
It was my own.
90 yes and 40 was so so your own is Chukwu, isn't it? It is.
For
Here was a 90, isn't it?
the
Choose.
effects. We have a total state be less than equal to so that we have state balance of message that's similar to
No problem.
so now that's
We're going to use here. So, people are coming to this. Why don't you people use the library? The library is there. People are not using it. The other classroom is there. People are not using it. This will be coming for your lectures 2 times in the week. Okay. You say, you're learning that. You want to use it. So are you doing there?